Here we go, part 3 of Victoria, BC. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. Last night we met all the people we're going to be travelling with. They sound like a great bunch of people. I can't wait to spend the next 22 days with them. Now we met our tour guide as well. He seems amazing as well. I'll have to keep you posted on that. But for the moment, he seems so organised. He already knows half of them. Oh wait, he knows who I am. Maybe that's because I'm loud. We'll see how that goes along the trip, whether I might just turn into this quiet little person. I don't think so. We're up early. We're about to go on our very first excursion for the trip. This one is to Butchart Gardens, and we start the day early on a bus going out to the gardens. Now, once we get to the gardens, we're going to have a breakfast there. And I'm going to show you some photos of the gardens. I know I don't normally do that, but it was so amazing. I have to show you so that you go there one day if you can manage to do that. Now, when we were there, the gardens were all full of tulips. So don't be disappointed that I'm showing you all these photos. When you go there, it might be something completely different. So for the moment, they're tulips. Then they dig them all up when they come to the end of their season, and they put in whatever's in season at the time. So the garden is constantly changing. Anyway, come along on this adventure. Did I mention it was early? It was cooler as well, 10 degrees. Now, we had on jeans and a thicker jumper today, but a lighter jacket. And the jacket came off and on all day. Lucky we had a nice, comfy coach. This is the coach that we were on for the whole trip. I have an apology in advance. So when I was in the Butchart Gardens, we noticed a sign that said, no selfie sticks. So of course I didn't use it, or I think I snuck it out just once. And then when we travelled around Canada, we did notice in a lot of the places they had no selfie sticks. So of course I didn't want to get into trouble off anybody or create a scene. So I packed away my selfie stick and I did not use it for the whole trip. So if you happen to see my finger up in the top corner when I'm trying to use the camera and my fingers or my nails get in the way, I apologise for that. Let's get started. You might like to pause this map and have a bit of a look, but I'm going to show you on the map all the way round. Now in the middle of the screen you can see the little people walking. That's where we came in through the front gate. We walked all the way down here, and remember, we came for breakfast. So then we came and went in for breakfast here. Let's have a look. If you haven't bought tickets yet, there's a place for you to buy them at the gate. Once you get inside and just walk down a bit, there's a perfect opportunity for a photo in front of the Butchart Gardens sign. Okay, we've arrived at the Butchart Gardens. And this is just walking straight down to where the beginning of the gardens is. It's beautiful already. Well, we came in up here, walked in. This is the main area here. And then over there we went where the white fencing is. We went there for breakfast as part of our tour. But what I wanted to show you is nice seats here to just sit around and wait if you've got other people still coming. But there's bathrooms as well. There they are. And there's a gift shop up here as well. Now if you're looking at the ground, it's all just even pavers. Few spots to sit there. Right, we're walking down to have breakfast. On the map. Lots of signs. And beautiful gardens. Wow. Look at the tulips. Just beautiful. Looking back at the ground. A few little cracks, but very flat, very accessible. We made our way down to the white fencing there, went through the little gate, and then got ready for breakfast. Here's the menu. While we were waiting for breakfast and we were enjoying each other's company, we had plenty to look at through the window. Before I knew it, breakfast had arrived. Oh no, before I took the photo, I cut into the eggs. But it was delicious. Once we'd finished breakfast, we headed out and we made our way up to the sunken garden. We went down some stairs, but I'll show you which way to go if you can't manage the stairs. And then we went up more stairs to the lookout. But the view from up high is well worth it. So the ground's flat. It has a bit of an incline. And when we get to this section, you can either go this way, as you can see, or if you can manage stairs, you can go down the stairs and into the beautiful gardens. Here's your sneak peek. Now again, the path is just like, I don't know what to call them, but it's very flat. They're sort of like cobblestones, but flat. And for the best views, you've got to go upstairs. But there's railings to hang on if you can manage to do the stairs. Now, if you make it to the top, there's a nice little seat and a beautiful view. In every direction. This is just a bit further down. Even a little waterfall. One thing that we really noticed was there was plenty of seating. In all the little sections, they had seats where you could just stop and catch your breath. And this was really nice because you could stop and enjoy all the different types of tulips. I'd never seen some of these tulips. Yes, these are tulips. Moving on a bit further, we came down from the lookout and we walked over on the far side and started to make our way down towards where the fountain is. Wow, what a fountain it was. If you've got the time, stop and just watch for a while. You may see something spectacular. Let me zoom in and show you. What a show the fountain put on. We dragged ourselves away from that amazing fountain and headed up towards where the totem poles are. We passed washrooms on the way. Let's have a look. Okay, we've been walking around for about 10 minutes, just following the path. And if you need to, there's some bathrooms. Ladies and men's just here. Now this was an unexpected surprise, a carousel in the middle of the gardens. Right next to the carousel, we found the totem poles. Yes, believe me, these are tulips. Now, I really wanted to see the Japanese gardens, so we made a beeline straight for where they were and through these gates. But along the way, I couldn't help but notice even the greenery and all the different trees and bushes were really something to see. There was an interesting thing about all of it. Some of the trees, when they're in their bud, were just glorious. So it's not just about the tulips. Do you see it? Comment down below if you do. Even the fountains are spectacular. Now, I really wanted to see the Japanese gardens, so we headed over there and made sure we had plenty of time. There's a circuit you can do, but we went up and down all the little trails. Again, there's more seating. It was everywhere and all different styles. Now, you could sit with a group in this one. Call me crazy, call me old, but this taking selfies really takes practice to just get it right. Don't miss any photo opportunities as you travel around. There's some perfect spots. I think we're going to have to keep practicing until we get it. The Japanese gardens did not disappoint me. I enjoyed every moment of walking up and down, looking at everything. There seems to be stairs everywhere, off and on, but there's always a way where you can go on a ramp to see the same things that everyone else is seeing. It's just a long way round. There is a small amount of little rocks that are bedded down, but they're still fairly flat. A little bit bumpy. Just be careful you don't trip on them, and be careful with a walking stick. There's a couple of spots with some holes. Here's a hazard for me. Not only is it a skinny little path, but it's over water. Not something I'm good at either way. There we go. And then back to normal path again. Now, we missed the rose garden part before when we headed to the Japanese garden. So we went up there, but of course the roses weren't out. So we went back down to where we were and then started to make our way back up to meet our tour guide. We'd nearly finished. But before we finished, here is my favourites. They were everywhere. These tulips were so beautiful, and the colour is a colour I've never seen before. They were just about black. There is just one more thing I have to do before I leave. There's a gift shop. Now, we have to meet the tour guide here, but that's enough time for me to go in and do some shopping. Let me show you. I did purchase a few little things from the shop. Now, my grandchildren, they have a fairy garden, which isn't fairies, it's gnomes. I have all boy grandchildren, so they have little gnomes in their fairy garden. So I bought some gnomes. Have a look. Now, of course, you can buy more than gnomes in the gift shop, but here's a little look, this little blue one. And there is another one up the back with a watering can, and this little tiny green one. Now, after I did the shopping, it was time to go and meet our tour guide right near this wheel. What did you think of the gardens? The flowers just blew my mind. They were so amazing. And it was so peaceful there, just wandering around the gardens. I saw tulips that I have never seen before, that I didn't even know existed. So that was a real experience in itself. Now let's watch my little sum up of the gardens that I did while I was actually at the gardens. Okay, so to sum up Butchart Gardens, it's absolutely amazing and so beautiful. Just to give you an idea, we came as part of our tour for breakfast and spent about an hour having an organised breakfast. And then we went and walked around the gardens. Now, if you only had an hour, you could probably, at a decent pace, walk around and see everything in an hour. But if you've got 2 hours where you can wander around, take your time, stop and smell the roses, it's absolutely beautiful to just take it all in and enjoy it. So would I recommend Butchart Gardens? Absolutely. Okay, we've come to the end of that one. Did you like the Butchart Gardens? Give me a thumbs up. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me out. One thing it does is it lets me know you're liking my videos. And have you already subscribed to my channel? If you have, thank you. And if you haven't, why not? Go across, subscribe to my channel, and then ring the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I put that next video out. We say goodbye to Victoria now. We've ticked everything off our list that we wanted to do. We nearly didn't, but we got it all done. Now tomorrow morning we're up early again. We'll have breakfast and then on our coach. The coach is going to go further down in Victoria and then hop on the ferry and across to Vancouver. We're going to keep driving right up to Whistler, and that's where our destination will stop tomorrow. So you don't want to miss this. Whistler was amazing. Oh, have I said amazing before? It was all amazing, but you don't want to miss it. Come along with me. Next video coming out soon.